There you are, man.
Are you?
I had a few technical difficulties.
No, you're good. I like that hat, bro.
Thanks, man. I wanted to represent some Mets today for you, even though
Yeah, no, it looks good, man. It looks good.
yeah, I think we share our hatred of the Yankees, though, right?
And that it's awesome. Like you being a Red Sox fan, like when I meet Red Sox fans, we don't even talk about like the '86 World Series at all. Like
No, no, I was gonna.
it's automatic. Like man, fuck the Yankees.
That's right, man. That's what it's like. It's like 86. I'm older than you, I think, Tyler. So,
Yeah.
86 was I was 9 years old. It's one of my first baseball memories. So, I grew up in like Central Connecticut. So it was 2 hours to Fenway, 2 hours to Yankee Stadium. So I was dead center. So it was like the battleground, right? But I chose the Red Sox as really young, and then my first real like heartbreaking memory was the '86 World Series. But what's interesting is I didn't hate the Mets. I hated Bill Buckner. So I grew up knowing that Bill Buckner was the reason why the Red Sox lost. So, and ever since then, the Mets, I've been fine with the Mets, man. We have
See, man.
a,
Unfortunately, I missed it. I mean, I was born in '94, so I didn't get to see any of that. But it is crazy though. Me and Red Sox fans, like nothing but love for you guys. We both hate the same team.
That's
We
right,
have,
man.
when we meet each other, it's kind of like family.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's our extended family, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I know when you're playing the Yankees, I know who I'm rooting for.
That's right, man. Listen, you got some crazy tattoos recently, man. I saw them on Instagram.
Yeah, man. I got this one retouched up. I've had this one for a while. It faded, but I had to go big and add the New York Mets font on my nose.
We're going up against Hat Club right now, so it might be a little late to get some extra folks on here, but we'll get some people on. Hat Club's live right now too.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I know they're always busy doing their thing.
Yeah, Thursday night's their thing, but I figured I want to get on and just talk some hats. We talk Mets because I know listen. You're one of those guys that doesn't really buy hats outside of your team, right?
So honestly, man, like I love hats in general, and I've been in the
Yeah,
industry for so long. I love designing them, but as far as my personal collection, I mean, I'm a
yeah,
Knicks fan, a Giants fan, so I'll have those. But really, it's the Mets, and a lot of people they ask me that all the time. It's like, yo, like, why
yeah.
don't you buy other teams? It's like, man, I won't wear them. I just won't do it. And it's
Yeah, see,
probably my
I
bank account.
started that way though. I started that way. Like I would only wear Red Sox. That's all I would do. Well, Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics. That's all I would wear,
So
and
what
some
made you get
Bruins.
out of that?
Dude, like you start looking around, right? Probably about 10, 15 years ago, I'm looking at, there's so many cool like logos. So I love hats. I love the Red Sox, dude. I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. It doesn't matter if I wear, a Mets hat or whatever. Inside, I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm born and bred that way. But I do like, some of these designs are just crazy on these hats, you know, and and for me, like the Red Sox are more like Boston's more. It's not really a fitted city. It's more like a dad hat or like an unstructured city in terms of what they wear for hats. So it's always tougher to get cool stuff. That's why like my second biggest group of hats I have is LA. So it's like Red Sox and then Dodgers because there's so many cool looking hats for the Dodgers that the Red Sox don't get, you know. But I love logos, I love hats, but it'll never change the fact that I'm a huge Red Sox fan through and through. But
I mean, I
I
respect that. Like I said, I've tried doing it. I mean, I've missed out on so many releases. I've thought about it,
yeah,
and it's like, damn, like
yeah.
I need this hat for my collection, but I can't do it. So
It
I
would
mean,
save me some money. It would save me some money if I could be like you. Because if I could be a diehard, but you've got probably what I consider the best Mets hat collection I've ever seen.
coming from you, man, that's mad respect for
Dude, it
sure.
is insane. Like anything Mets, you've got it. Like and it's like even the hat you're wearing right now, that thing's crazy.
Yeah, man,
That's
I got this.
basically the apple that comes up when they hit a home run.
Yeah, and then underneath it's got that 408. That's where center field is. That's how far it is. I got this one at
Yeah,
City Field. I got this. I think it was about 2 years ago.
that thing is crazy, man. I have a lot of respect for your hat collection. I mean, I have like a lot of hats, but you're very specific in what you have, and I think it's some of the coolest stuff. You even have some of those like jersey hats too, right? Those ones that were like the Noah Syndergaard.
I
Is that
don't
one of
want
your
to
favorites?
up, man, but I got all three of them.
Oh shit. Okay. You want? Let's. We're gonna have to show those after, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Like I said, I know when you said pick 10 hats, it was like, damn, man, that's probably one of the hardest things I've had to do in a long time.
Yeah. Well, no, dude. I can't. I mean, Leon and I. You know, you've have you met Leon before or no,
No,
or
I mean,
talked to him?
we've gone back and forth and stuff, but I mean, I've never like met him, but
Yeah. Well, neither. I've never met him in person, but
oh, really?
we've. Yeah. No, man, never in person. He lives in Toronto. I live all the way out here. I live closer to New York, so. Um, but we tend to do like top five lists and get very specific in what we do because if you told me to go get top 10 right now, I mean, I wouldn't know what to do. I have
See,
no
that's I
idea.
was gonna ask you, like, man, like honestly, I think everybody knows you're the crown when it comes to hats. Like people ask me, man, you got this collection. It's like, nah, man, like trust me, you're
Yeah.
missing out on some people out there. So for you
Yeah.
to even pick a top 100, I don't even know how you would do it.
Well, listen, man. I mean, I'm not. There's collectors that have cooler shit than me, but I do appreciate that compliment. But listen, I want to talk first about like you've been in the hat business for a while though, like
Yeah.
not just collecting it, right? So you've done some stuff like you worked for some companies, you did some custom work, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So I started off as a store manager at Lids. I've probably been in this industry working with it now for about 10 years. I started off as a store manager at Lids, and then I became a DM at Fans. And then Pro Image Colorado out here, I was part owner for about 4.5 years. I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
another subject, but
Yeah, that's a subject for just you and I in private, right?
but no, I mean, I miss it. I mean, I'm not doing it anymore. I mean, my dream is to open up my own hat shop in Queens, and
Yeah,
that's not just gonna be Mets related for everybody. That's asking. It's gonna be every single team, but that's just
yeah.
something I've had passion for and something I just keep on working for.
Listen, can I convince you to keep Yankees hats out of there?
Oh man, trust me, you don't have to convince me that hard, man. Like the only thing that sucks, man, is the money and the designs that the Yankees have. Like I hate it. Even going back to New York and going back home and going to my favorite hat shops, I look at
Yeah,
hats, like, man, why? Like
yeah.
why?
I get it though. I get why people listen. It's the Yankees, right? So I understand everything. They have to have. They have to have every design. No matter what comes out, they're a part of it, right? And I get
Absolutely.
it to a degree, but I'm burnt out, man. I'm
How is
burnt
it?
out.
How is it in Connecticut, man? Like especially out here, even Lids, all the other hats. I mean, they have 5 teams you can choose from.
Yeah,
If you're, I mean, even like when you said about Red Sox, like I feel like your selection is incredible. Like the stuff they put out for the Red Sox, it makes me jealous. Because
yeah. The Red Sox are there with the Yankees in terms of not quite there, but they're up there in terms of like the variety that you get with them. Like
yeah,
for me, it's like the Yankees, Red Sox, Angels, Dodgers, of course. Dodgers are right there. And the White Sox, like those teams, you're usually going to see like whatever New Era puts out. Like if the New Era site puts out like the floral pack, right? You're going to see those teams,
yeah.
right? But I feel bad for some Marlins fans and Tampa Bay fans because those folks certainly don't get the same
And
love that the
what's
rest of
crazy
those teams
about
do.
that is they have some of like the best colors and the best logos in sports.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for
Like
sure.
hands down, there's hats that I've almost bought. And the Marlins being in the Mets division, it's like, man, I can't do that. But I
You
see
can't
these
do it, right?
it's like, man, like I need that.
So yeah, so the selection in Connecticut is not too great, man. I live right near New York, so I'll slide in there, But Lids for me is, uh, it's not the same, man. It's not the same.
It's not at all. Like it's once they were bought out, their online website, it sucks. And like I used to grow up going to Lids, like that's where I bought a lot of
Oh
my hats.
yeah.
I
Listen, the brand was so strong, right? It was like if you want to go get a hat, you said, "All right, I'm going to Lids."
yeah,
Now it's like I don't know, man. It's different, like but I also think people have evolved. People don't all want like on fields all day long. They want some other stuff.
yeah.
And like being around New York, no one wants the black nasties. So no one wants a black under out in New York. So it's the climate's changed, and I don't know if Lids kept up the same way that places like Hat Club did. Hat Club jumped in. They said, all right, we're going to do things differently.
And that's one thing, man. I respect the hell out of Hat Club. Like, I'll give them a huge shout out. Definitely, probably my hands down my favorite, hat place. I wish there was more Met stuff, but that's just me being who I am. They did. They
Yeah.
changed. I know a lot of people hate on them, but what's funny to me is you don't see these people hating on, Finish Line, Foot Lockers when, you stand in line for shoes or when they went to that raffle. You didn't hear anybody complaining about that. But,
No, you didn't.
club has that fan base. They did. They took over the hat game and they made it completely different.
Yeah,
And I,
for sure. So, like, for me, like, I hit spots in New York, a lot of online stuff, but I think being in some of these hack communities, right? And I've tried to convince you to get on Facebook, but, I still haven't gotten you there yet. But I think I will. I think I'll break you down soon enough. You can put some bullshit name, man. I'll let you into some of these groups, man, because once you get into these communities, right, you start to see so much other stuff that's available. Like if you see something from Japan, I got friends that'll ship it over. Something in Australia, I got someone that helps me out all the time out there, and these communities are pretty strong, so they help kind of bridge that gap that exists now.
no, man, like I said, I'm going to do it. I just got to go ahead. You'll be the first person I'll let know.
Yeah. Please, and then I'm gonna get you into some of these hack groups, man, because I'd love to have you in some of these groups, man. But yeah. So talking about the Mets a little bit. So, who are your favorite players, man? Because when I grew up, it was like Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, pre-cocaine. You
Free
know,
cocaine, right? Take long.
yeah. You had Keith Hernandez. You had like Mookie Wilson. You had all those guys, and kind of went from there. And it's
Gary.
interesting because they were never really even that '86 team wasn't a powerhouse. It was just a really good team. But who are your favorite Mets players growing
So
up?
honestly, man, my all-time it's Jose Reyes. I mean,
Oh
everyone
yeah,
favorite, right? But honestly, Jose Reyes is what got me into baseball. He made me. I wore number 7 as a kid. Like I wanted to play shortstop. I think Jose Reyes is one of the most underrated players out there.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
when towards the end of his career, and then when he came out to Colorado, obviously, I mean, he had that domestic violence thing. His career kind of went down, but
yeah.
the stats that he has, it's nuts. And if you look at some of his old highlights, you wonder, it's like, man, how did you do that? Like
He was a tremendous athlete, man. Speed, he could hit.
yeah.
He played short. So he played one of the toughest positions in the field. So I mean, he was an impressive player, especially when he was young.
I mean, his glove, man, is one of the best. Was insane.
Oh
I
yeah, for
mean,
sure,
it was
for
nuts.
sure.
But I mean, as far as current, DeGrom is hands down probably my favorite player. I mean, this was before. I
Oh
mean,
man,
the back-to-back Cy Youngs, the 1.7 ERA. When he was our third option, I've been a DeGrom fan since we've pretty much called him up.
listen, that
Um,
guy is amazingly consistent too.
it's nuts, man. If you really watch him play, it's very rare that he makes a mistake. Like it's flawless. It's 7 innings of just going out there and just destroying.
He reminds me of like they have different styles, obviously, but he reminds me of when I used to watch Pedro back in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
If you ever get a chance to go back, and I'm sure you've seen highlights of him, but that guy, whew, incredible.
But I was
You
actually
know?
gonna wear his jersey because I know obviously you being a Red Sox fan, I was gonna show you some love because I got the authentic black one for Pedro. But
Oh, really? Yeah, he wasn't. He certainly wasn't the same when he got to the Mets, right?
no, I mean it's obviously up and down, but DeGrom, man, he's just his consistency every game is nuts. I mean
Yeah,
his control, it's wild. And like I said, I've been a DeGrom fan way before the last 2 years. I'm sure
yeah.
we're gonna say of course, but I mean when he was our third option, when it was Matt Harvey, Noah Syndergaard, then DeGrom was my favorite player.
It's interesting because when I was younger, I would always like, maybe go get a snack or walk away when the pitcher was pitching, right?
Yep.
When my team was pitching. But when Pedro would pitch, and I'm sure it's the same thing for you with those young stars that they have in that rotation in New York. You look forward to the pitching more so, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's hard not to. I mean, after last season, it sucks everything's going the way that it is because the
Oh
potential
man, no.
we had coming into this season was ridiculous. And I know, the typical Mets fan, man, this is our year, this is our year. But, it could have been. But no, definitely pitching it is. You look forward to it. I mean, you mark, on your calendar every fifth game, DeGrom's on the mound.
How often do you hit Mets games?
Honestly, man, I still go back to New York about 2, 3 times a year. I'll
Yeah.
plan a trip when they're in town for about 10 to 12 days or games. I'll go to every single one. Last year, I want to say I went to like 22.
Oh wow. Okay.
They come out here once a year. It's normally a 3-game series, and I try to hit another stadium once a year. I went to Kansas City last year for the first time. It was pretty cool stadium.
Yeah, my favorite stadium is Camden Yards in
Okay.
Baltimore. Dude, I'm telling you, man, if you want to catch a game in a great atmosphere, I mean, listen, they're a losing team. They've been a losing team for quite a few years now. But in terms of just like the overall feel of the ballpark and the way it's laid out, and the food's not too expensive, it's awesome out there. So if you get a chance, man, hit up Camden Yards.
No, definitely, man. And everything that's going on, you take for granted. Like I miss, walking down the stairs, but with an $18 beer in my hand.
I
Like I
know,
would
man.
to have
You,
that.
it's rare that someone would say they'd kill for an $18 beer right now, right? But that's where I'm at too.
Have you
I don't
been
even
to
drink.
Have you been to PNC before?
No, I want to hit that one. So, my kids and I did really the Northeast down down to we went Philadelphia down through Baltimore and into Washington D.C., but we didn't go to Pittsburgh.
See, that's like number one on my bucket list right now. I got to get to that stadium.
Well, listen, when you come out to Queens again, let's go. We'll catch a Mets game.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, obviously, we don't know when that's going to happen, but
Yeah, but
hopefully.
when it does, we're gonna hit it.
You've been to City Field before, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw them play last year. Who did I see them play? I don't remember. I went with the kids. I'd have to check my Instagram. Washington Nationals.
Okay. I mean, that was honestly, it's not the same, man. Bryce Harper, since he doesn't play there, it's not as fun to go see the Nationals play anymore.
It's
Because
not, but
seeing
it's
Bryce
not.
Harper play at City Field and the fan base, man, it's awesome. Like it's seriously,
They hated him, right? They hated him.
oh man, it's brutal. Like how it happens and how he can actually focus on what's going on. It's nuts.
Well, the worst stadium I've been to is actually the one in Washington D.C.
Really?
Oh yeah, the grass is torn up. It's just nasty there, man. It's nasty
Yeah.
there.
What's
Look at
the
this.
As
Go ahead.
far as fan base, what's the worst stadium you've been to?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
They're rough, man. They're rough.
No, I mean I agree with you on that. I mean honestly, man, like out here in Colorado, fans they don't know sports. Like I'm not trying to badmouth people, but it's just that's all it is a constant fight. Every time you go to a game, like yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. Obviously, I'm here to see the game. Like I don't really care about what's going on, but
Yeah.
it's bad out here, man. If you saw the Red Sox come, play out here, you'd see it.
Yeah. I listen. I mean, I don't know. Do you remember the rap group House of Pain? You ever hear
Yeah.
them? Danny Boy's on right now. Danny Boy's on with us. Yeah. He's a Yankees fan though, so he's not going to like us talking shit about the Yankees.
Hey, don't worry, man. I won't say anything right now.
Yeah. But so listen, I wanted you to take us through some of your hats, man, because I know you've got some really cool ass Mets hats. So I'm always following your Instagram, so I always check that shit out. But I want to see what you've come up with. You want to show us?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So, like I said, I know when you said pick 10, it was like, damn, this isn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm gonna start with this one. It's not just a pink bottom. I mean,
Oh.
honestly, I almost lost my mom to breast cancer, so pink kind of hits me a little bit more. So when I
Yeah.
saw that club drop this and kind of change it, it's like, all right, like I have to get on this.
Yeah. That's the red velvet, man.
Yeah. So I got this when it came out on Valentine's Day.
Show people
No,
the side patch, man. Because what I love most about that hat is how there's that cream color and the pink in that side patch.
no, absolutely, man. They did a phenomenal job on this. Like this
They did.
colorway it's nuts. I mean, it's a great hat. This one I got from the 7 line. I feel like one of the most iconic things is the home
Oh
run
yeah.
app. I hit a home run, so it's got the home run underneath the bottom of it, and then it's got this logo on the back.
Yep. I bought the beanie. Did you see the when the beanie came out?
Yeah, actually, I have the beanie myself too.
Yeah, I did pick that up. I thought it was so cool because it looks just like it. You know that home run apple.
That's just a super iconic thing, man. Like I wish more places would do more with it because
Yeah,
it looks awesome on a hat and it would sell like crazy.
I'm waiting for the 7 line to re-release. You know the one that has the apple with like almost like the orbits around it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that. I want that one. When that one's restocked, I'm picking it up.
yeah. I want to say I thought they just released or redid the T-shirt for that not too long ago.
They did the T-shirt, but I want the hat.
No, absolutely. I mean, you got to have the hat.
That's right.
These two, man. I hate to show these because I hate snapbacks and I feel say the same thing, but
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay. Let me
there's a
see.
couple that you have to show. And when I saw these at City Field, like I had to pick up the pair.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it has the skyline in the back of it.
yeah. No, that's a
So
great looking hat. Listen, I do have some snaps. I probably have 200 snaps, only because the designs were so incredible. I had to get them.
see, and that's how it is for me. Like I've had this now for 2 years. The price sticker's still on it. That's how I know I haven't even worn it yet. Like I can't do it.
Nah, you're a fitted guy, man, through and through. But
but
you still, but still, it's good for the collection, right?
yeah, absolutely. That's the huge reason why I bought it. Jay-Z being one of my favorite rappers, man. Like I wish they would do
Oh yeah.
another collab with this. I got the white one as well, but this is one of my favorite. It's plain and simple. Just a black and white hat, but just with the Paper Planes logo on there, I
Oh
really
yeah.
wish something else.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Favorite Jay-Z song? And I'll share mine after you share yours.
And now you kind of got me thinking, man. That's a tough one.
All right, you give me a couple, man. It's okay. You don't have to narrow it down to one. I'm going to narrow it down for one for you, though.
I try to be different, man, because everyone's gonna say the same things.
I won't say the same thing as you, I don't believe.
What's your favorite?
It's off his first album, Brooklyn's Finest, with Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
That's my favorite Jay-Z song. You know why? Because it was before. Now, I'm not going to say he didn't go pop, but I'm saying he became more mainstream. But
Yeah.
that first album was just gritty and raw. And Brooklyn's Finest with Notorious B.I.G. is probably my favorite.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's hard, Renegade. I mean, when you have Jay-Z and Eminem
Oh, yeah.
on one song,
Yeah.
like the fact that they never did, anything out, like, is like, what are you guys doing? Like, that's a classic.
So, hey, Tyler, someone's saying, answer me, sir, that Mets hat, snapper fitted. The one he's wearing right now is a fitted.
Yeah,
Right?
this one's a fitted.
Yeah. I think what he's saying is he would never he won't put a snapback on his head. He had those awesome ones just now, and he won't even wear those.
Sorry, man. I'm talking to you. I wasn't even reading the comments.
No. Don't worry about it, man. These